This is lesson 8.4, classifying quadrilaterals. We're going to talk about three quadrilaterals: rectangle, rhombus, and square. So rectangle is going to have four right angles, as well as all the other properties that a parallelogram has. And then a rhombus is going to have four congruent sides. And then a square is going to have both of those, four right angles and four congruent sides. So let's take a look here. Since rectangles, rhombuses, and squares are parallelograms, again, they have the same properties as a parallelogram. And so what are those? That is, opposite angles are congruent. Consecutive angles are supplementary, meaning they add to 180. And opposite sides are congruent. So we have our quadrilaterals, which just means that it's a four-sided figure. We have, again, all of these properties for parallelogram. And then we have a rectangle, which has four right angles. And then we have a rhombus, which has four congruent sides. And again, both of these is what makes a square. So we're going to next identify some of these shapes here. So we have a four-sided figure. It's definitely quadrilateral. It's got opposite sides congruent, so it's a parallelogram. And it has four right angles, which means it's a rectangle. But it doesn't have congruent sides, so we stop there at rectangle. Here, this just has four sides, so it is a quadrilateral. Lateral, because it does not have opposite sides congruent. Here we have four sides. We do have opposite sides parallel, so that would be a parallelogram. Here we have opposite sides congruent. Again, four sides. We have no right angles, so that would make it a rhombus. Here we have opposite sides parallel, so parallelogram. No right angles. Here we have opposite sides congruent, all sides congruent, and right angles. That's everything, so that is a square. All right, down here we are going to set these sides equal because it is a rhombus, so all sides are equal. So we're going to take 7x minus 9 and set it equal to 3x minus 1. And subtract our 3x from both sides. And add 9. So 4x is equal to 8, and divide by 4, so x equals 2. On this next example, it's a rectangle, which means all of the corners or angles are right angles. So that would mean that 2x minus 12 is equal to 90, since that would be a right angle. And then we want to solve by adding 12 and then dividing by 2. So x is equal to 51. This next one is a square, which means all right angles are equal to 90. So it doesn't matter which one we solve. Let's do the 5x plus 25. That one has to equal 90. Or you could set them equal to each other and solve that way, but we know it's going to equal 90. So x is going to equal 13. This next one, the rhombus, we know that these are not equal, but they are supplementary when we go one angle right after the other angle, so they add up to 180. So we're going to take our 8x minus 17 plus our 2x plus 7 and set that equal to 180. So add 10. 10x is equal to 190 and divide by 10. So x equals 19.